Welcome back, Nerd Squad. My name is Roya Destroya, and this is Top 10 Nerd. We are all about to get our long-awaited Dino fix. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is gonna be released on June 22nd. So for fun, we put together a list of bits of trivia to entertain and delight you while you anxiously await for the movie to hit theaters. So let's take a look at the top 10 Jurassic World 2 facts. In the number 10 spot is the idea of dinos for other purposes. Way back after Jurassic World had first premiered, director Colin Trevorrow hinted at what direction the sequel, Fallen Kingdom, may take. This was in dinosaurs being used for purposes beyond the park and beyond entertainment. He mentioned the possibility of dinos being created for medicinal, agricultural, and even military purposes. He compared it to the war between Apple and PC. One creates new tech, the other tries to play catch up and improve upon it. Now we just have to wait and see what purpose these dinos may be used for. Next at number 9 is the dinosaurs. Fallen Kingdom is going to feature more dinosaurs than any previous film in the franchise, according to director J.A. Bayona. This includes several creatures that haven't been seen before, including one we will get into in a few. And instead of just using CGI, the dinos were depicted through lifelike animatronics to give the actors something more solid to work with. One even includes a life-size T-Rex that moves right down to the breathing. Helps a bit for the actors to actually act with these robots and not tennis balls on a stick. Coming in at number 8 is the gyrosphere scene. Among the arduous filming tasks the team encountered, one scene involving a gyrosphere escape was the hardest to create. The scene involved a huge crew, multiple locations in London and Hawaii, and a thrilling roller coaster ride to simulate the gyrosphere dropping off a cliff. And at the bottom of the cliff awaited a giant constructed water tank that required a crew of 85 people to operate. Filming the tank portion of the scene alone lasted a week in itself. With this scene in mind, Bayona claims Fallen Kingdom to be the hardest movie he's ever worked on. In the number 7 spot is the pee pool. Speaking of that water tank, there's another fun and also disgusting fact about it, and that's that it was essentially a giant toilet. 85 people floating around with no time for bathroom breaks. According to actor Chris Pratt, that was the reason they poured endless gallons of chlorine into that pool. That and the fact that nobody seemed to get out of the pool while they were shooting. I mean, when you gotta go, especially on a time crunch, may as well multitask. Up in number 6, the power of Bayona's iPod. In order to elicit the proper reaction or mood from his actors, Bayona kept his handy iPod stocked with all kinds of ambient music and dinosaur sounds. In between takes or even during a scene, he would play specific music to help out with the acting tones, and he also kept a good T-Rex roar handy. This came most useful for achieving the skittishness of Justice Smith's character, who is depicted as the most nervous of the bunch. He got himself a few more jump scares than the rest of the cast. Coming in at number 5 is the INDORAPTOR. The antagonist of the movie is a creature that we have yet to meet, and are very excited and a little terrified too. We all thought the Indominus Rex was bad. Well, apparently this thing's worse. Although it's smaller than the Indominus Rex, it is claimed to be the most dangerous creature that ever walked Earth, with a tougher skin and an even more intelligent mind, and small enough to fit inside a house instead of smashing it down. Next up in number 4, the idea of dino riding was tossed around. There was a discussion that went hand in hand with the idea of utilizing dinos for other purposes, and this was to have people using dinos as mounts, and not in a Triceratops pony ride type way. However, Trevorrow, who was writing the script, vetoed the idea of soldiers riding T-Rexes into battle, to keep the franchise from wandering too far into Fantasyland, because it was already so real to begin with. Up next in number 3, Tom Holland was gonna make an appearance. The guy we know as our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man was offered a role known as Clint by Bayona in Fallen Kingdom. Unfortunately, Holland turned down the role, stating that he wouldn't be able to fit it in with his schedule for Infinity War. Well, guess what, pal? Chris Pratt was in Avengers 2 and he still came through. What's your excuse? Just kidding, but still, it would have been kind of awesome. Although it may be a little hard to see past Peter Parker descending into Jurassic World. In the number 2 spot, you can adopt your own dino, and it's free. I just became a mommy to an 8-year-old Apatosaurus myself, it's official. To promote the movie and make some kids' dreams come true, the website dinosaurprotectiongroup.com was opened up, allowing users to pick a dino and have their names slapped on a certificate. One you can even print and hang on your wall if you wanted to. As silly as this seems, you can actually adopt animals from your local zoo most times. You get a neat certificate and sign a picture, and the proceeds go to helping out your new adoptee. Now you don't get to take your elephant home though. Give it a try and contact your local zoo if you want to be an animal parent. And finally, in the number 1 spot, we are already promised the sequel. As Jurassic World is a trilogy, the 3rd movie is set to be released in 2021. So long, I know. Trevorrow will be back in the director's seat, and he'll share screenwriting with Emily Carmichael. This film is apparently not going to introduce a new hybrid like the other 2 did, and it is said that it's going to match the tones of the Jurassic Park movies more closely than World did. All else that we know is Fallen Kingdom isn't planning to tie up things with a pretty bow. We are reportedly in for some major cliffhangers. Those seem to be all the rage this year. You know what I'm talking about. So those were the top 10 Jurassic World 2 facts. Let me know in the comment section down below what you are most excited to see in this movie. My name is Rory Destroya, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another nerdy list.